John always acting up. It's crazy. You get a new camera. And here's my second post for today. The other one was 6 minutes. I was just talking about speaking and not speaking. Alright, the power of not saying anything and just saying anything. Obviously, everything I say can be elaborated on more. These are just quotes that I see. I don't want to get into them and make them an hour-long video or 30 minutes or something like that unless I really, really feel like it. But just check that other video out. This is my second one posting today. It is July 6th. I'm about to say 4th. Wow, I'm stupid. Anyways, I got a post here that is actually pretty old, and I meant to post about this like 2 months ago. And, you know, I actually got this from Autumn, you know, my girlfriend and whatnot, you know, whoever watches my YouTube and stuff like that, you know. And we were actually going to do this together, so she probably might get mad at me because I didn't do this with her. But this says, people don't fake depression. They fake being okay. Remember that. And she responded to this post. She shared it on her end, and she said, or people can be okay, but fake being depressed. Remember that also. So there's a lot in this, obviously, because there's layers and layers and layers of depression, and there's no way you can sit down and explain every facet of depression right away, like in the easiest way possible. There's really no way to do that, because one, depression is different for everybody. How everyone deals with depression is different. How long everyone battles depression is different too, right? And a person recognizing that they're depressed is obviously and really honestly the hard part. Like, you got to realize that you're depressed, and you got to admit that you're depressed, and that's what the mixture is in this post. So people do fake depression. They do, right? And I'm not knocking anyone, because one, I'm a mental health, you know, I'm technically a mental health professional, if you really want to say that. You know, I did a little program for this. I know what I'm talking about. You know, I don't got a freaking degree and all that, but I know what I'm talking about. And one, besides doing that, I got my own personal experiences dealing and with battling with mental health. I always talk about anger management and whatnot. I haven't done one of those videos in a while, but I always talk about that. And that's my main core part that I relate to, is coming from anger and mild depression, but mostly that, and social anxiety and stuff like that. That's where I come from. But people fake depression. People fake anger issues. People fake loneliness. People fake happiness. People fake many things, right? The list goes on and on and on. People fake their life. People fake their car. People fake anything, right? If it gets you attention, if it gets you love, if it gets you, I don't know, friends, they're going to fake. People fake. Some people, as we already know, don't have the strength, don't have the personality, wasn't raised correctly, wasn't taught certain things like the rest of us are. So when they get out in public, they act like somebody they're not. They put on some kind of act. I heard this a while ago, that some people get depressed, or not get depressed, some people fake the depression for attention. And when I first heard that, I felt like, oh, that's kind of effed up. Like, people don't fake depression. Like, you can't fake depression, can you? But the reality is, you can. Or a person can exaggerate how they feel. A person could really be sad. A person could really feel lonely. A person could really feel down about their life or decisions they made. Or they could be in regret. They could have grief about something. All these things. But they can exaggerate it and pretend like they're depressed, and they're not. Like, they're really not. So I say that to say, like, you know, here's a good example. I hated in high school people who wanted to be emo. Like, you know, that emo culture, wearing all black hair, nail polish, eyeshadow, eyeliner, all that stuff, black belts, diamonds and chains and all that studded stuff. I did that. I was very into that. And I did that because I really wanted to. Not to look cool, not to fit in, not to be amongst those kind of people and have that brotherhood, because honestly, I still dress like that. And I still had my little accessories and whatnot. I didn't go all black all the time, but I still had my accessories because that's me expressing myself. But even when I was amongst people like that, I still didn't fit in with them, because that was a phase that I was going through. I was just being me. I wasn't trying to be a part of a culture. Now here's the thing. And culture's a whole other video topic. We can get into that some other time. But my thing is this. When you say you're something, right? Don't say you're something to be, because one, you're going to put yourself in the box over time. That's number one. And I stress that a lot. Do not put yourself in the box. Do not be so hard on this and you want to be this so bad that you forget about that. And you forget about everything else you could do or could be because you want to be this. Some people were so hooked on being down and depressed and looking so messed up and being so dark and whatnot because it gets them friends. It gets you some of those friends who are like that. And then other people are always asking you what's wrong with you and how you feeling today and this, and that. But the reality is there's nothing really wrong. And they have a lot of people have the nerve to be like, oh, I'm fine, I'm just tired, I'm fine, I'm just that. And they're not. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's you. How do you know if a person's really serious or not? You really can't tell sometimes. But people fake things, and it's very. It takes a strategy. It takes a method to really break a person down and really decide if they're faking or not. Right? It really takes a lot. Now the other side of this is like people fake being okay, and that we know for sure. People fake being okay all the time. They fake being okay all the time. This is why, as we already know, social media is one of the most toxic things on the damn earth because people fake almost everything that they possibly do. And they possibly can. Some people are happy, genuinely happy with their life, their kids, their wife, right? Whoever, wherever they are. They're really happy. But we all know a lot of people don't feel too good. And a lot of people want to be like someone else. So if people fake depression, what makes you think they're not going to fake being okay? There is a balance. I'm going to keep saying this until I leave this earth. There's a balance with everything. If you're going to fake being okay, of course people fake being sick. If people fake like they got money, of course there's people who fake be broke. People who fake like they're into a certain TV show, video game, movie, culture, lifestyle, all that. Of course they're going to fake that they're not. Because they want to appeal to a certain person or a certain group of people. So what makes you think a person won't fake depression? What makes you think a person won't fake being okay? People fake anything. And I'm not saying go out and go call people out on what they faking every time you see it or you feel like they faking. But just think. Think. Because sometimes we got friends, family, co-workers, whatever, who are faking right in your face. Putting on a whole act, putting on certain clothes, wearing certain colognes and perfumes, certain hairstyles, trying to be someone that they're not. Real rap. And I'm going to just leave it on that. So if you ever experience somebody faking, hey, sure, drop some information in the comments, right? And if you faked yourself, because let's be real, a lot of people do, a lot of people have. I know I've pretended to be someone I was not on a few occasions, not in a major way, but I know times where I betrayed my own identity and I betrayed myself just to try to fit in for a hot minute. We all do it. So let's just be honest in these comments and share some personal experiences. That's all I'm saying. Thanks for listening to this whole thing. Be sure to check out my other video that I put up on speaking and not speaking on certain things. And check out the next video.